What's going on, everyone? IBG here, Coach the Use of Title, which is back for my Week 3 match against Renegade, coach of the Chicago Bulus. This is probably going to be my hardest match, I know for sure, even based off what I know from what I said before I battled him. And I know for sure this would be my hardest match to face against him. But looking at his team, it's normally what I expected for him to bring. I expected him to bring every single Pokemon except for the Heliolisk. I expected him to bring the Latios over that. And one of the beats who said he brought that he didn't bring Latios was for Garchomp, and I was still questioning why he didn't bring it, but it still doesn't matter. He brought his Mega Venusaur, his Donphan, his Darmanitan, his Tapu Fini, and his Weavile. All Pokemon that served a real big threat to my team, and something that I really expected for him to bring. Aside from that, let's go into the battle. I don't think he has a channel, but anyways, hope you enjoy. Turn 1, I lead off with Thunder Seer while he leads off with Donphan. I go with the U-turn right here since I didn't have anything to hit him with, so I U-turn out into extensions of Blastoise. Right here, I Mega Evolve and go for the Ice Beam, expecting him to go into Venusaur, taking the Scald, but he ended up swapping in Tapu Fini on this turn. So I decided to make a swap out into Alola Muck, and he sets up Calm Mind. Now, no matter what type of set this Tapu Fini was, I knew I was going to be able to beat it. So he surfs and does barely a quarter damage, 24% health, and I crit with Poison Jab. And also he Moonblasts right here, and I crit again with Poison Jab. Now, you complained about the crits right here, but I believe 2 Poison Jabs in general would have still two-shot him. But anyways, I go ahead and hit him on top while he swaps into Darmanitan and he gets intimidated off, and he U-turns out. This exposed that he is Life Orb right here, and he goes into Venusaur. Now right here I stay in and go for the Rapid Spin since I knew he was going to Sleep Powder. And I just end, and the next turn I actually wake up and take the Gauge Drain and go for the Rapid Spin, so the rock's off from my side. So right here I make a swap into Alola Muck just to take any sort of specialist he has, and he Sleep Powders me right here. So he makes a swap out into Donphan, and I make a swap out in Entei. I expected him to go into something else, and I didn't expect Donphan to come in. I'm guessing to Earthquake the Alola Muck. So right here I go into extensions to take the Earthquake, and right here I definitely should have Focus Blast. Not Focus Blast. I definitely should have Aura Speared on the swap into Helios, because I actually knew that this thing was going to come in, but instead I scalded thinking that he was going to stay in the sack off or set up the rocks with Donphan. So I misplay right here terribly. Well, not terribly, but I knew what was going to happen. So right here he stays in and goes to the Hyper Beam with Alola Muck while I swap into Alola Muck. And that was really crazy because that was like a big nuke for his side. And so right here I just click Aura Spear while it recharges and the Helios goes down. So he goes back in Mega Venusaur, one real counter to my whole entire team, and he gets drained right here. And then Sleep Powders the Aggron, and I was trying to get rocks up because they were very crucial to get up. And then I go into Thunder Seer into get drain. I hit him power, and it does a good 50%, so I know that this would two-shot no matter what. So he goes into Weavile, taking the hit, and I was really scared because I didn't know if he had Pursuit or not, but it turns out he doesn't, so I swap out into him on top, and he goes for the knocking off my leftovers, but I whittle him down to the point where I can knock him out with a close combat. I don't know if a Mach Punch killed him from this range. I definitely think it does, but I just went for the close combat in case he swaps. So he goes into Darmanitan. I make a swap in Entei, thinking he was going to Flare Blitz, but turns out he just Earthquakes. I'm guessing expecting for this play to happen or go to Aggron. So I just make the swap into Blastoise. He U-turns out and goes into Mega Venusaur to take the Scald that comes in, but he gets burned, which I absolutely loved to happen. And I make the swap out into Aggron. I believe I just sack it off right here because Aggron didn't serve as much of a purpose as I wanted it to. So I decided to sack off to the Venusaur, and Venusaur is still under the health where a Hidden Power Flying will still knock it out. And he goes into Donphan, takes the Hidden Power Flying, and almost got brought to 50% due to the crit. And I go out into him on top. Right here, he Ice Shards right here. and sets up the stealth rocks this following turn while I close combat him. I get a crit, so knowing that it would have done a lot more damage. Right here, I should let's turn finish. Right here, I should have rapid spin, but instead I go for the close combat. The rapid spin would have definitely been a good play on my part because it would have gotten the rocks out of my field. I could have swept with Thunder Siren and probably done more damage to the Darmanitan, but instead I end up close combating the Venusaur. It knocks out the him on top, knocks out Blastoise, and Thunder Siren dies to rocks. So I end up losing the match due to a bunch of misplays on my part that I knew I should have done, and I end up paying the price for it due to a loss. Anyways, this was definitely a good battle on his part. I definitely had to prep a whole lot more for this Mega Venusaur. And hopefully I'll get back to where I don't think ahead of something else and make a better play to where it will, I guess, turn out better than what it should be. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all in week 4, where I will battle Jason coach of the Nevada Umbreon. Anyways, goodbye.